Good morning, everybody. Welcome to LisaBug Mind Body Blend. We are in the month of May 2024. Our focus is on functional posture. So, strength training to get our posture a little bit better throughout the things that we normally do in life. And all of us have different activities, different things that we do through the day. But the majority, I think, of times we lose our posture is when we're sitting and we slump and we crouch down. So we're going to really work on pulling the shoulders back. We'll start with a warm up for that. We'll bring that into weights. You might need a chair, several different hand weights. We will be going down onto the floor as well. So if you need some padding for your knees like I do, have that available for you. So let's start with a warm up. And what I want you to do is just take your feet about hips distance apart, maybe a little wider, and just know how your arms normally hang by your side. So a lot of times we have our palms facing in and our shoulders are slightly rounded. So we're oftentimes like this. So what I want you to do is stand up a little taller, roll the shoulders back, and turn your palms right at me and glue your shoulder blades together. Keep your palms forward. And without moving the upper shoulders, I just want you to turn your palms and rotate back. So I'm not doing this from my shoulder, I'm doing it from my forearms. Rotating in and back. A little pinch between your shoulder blades. So last week in yoga, we accentuated maybe the wrong way to do things so we could really feel the right way. So now I want you to let the whole shoulder roll in and let the whole shoulder roll back. This would be bad posture or poor posture and good posture. So I just want you to feel the difference. Just warming up through the shoulder girdle. Shoulder girdle protraction, shoulder girdle retraction. Good, just a couple more. Then on this one, hold that back and we'll lift the arms. Lift. Good. So I want to move the feet a little bit because in life, a lot of times we're moving when we're doing our activities. So we'll point and point. So we're just shifting our body weight side to side. We've still got the palms forward, the shoulder blades are back. We're lifting those arms behind us. Find a connection with your abdominals. Now you can keep the toe tap or add a little bit of balance. So maybe you lift the leg up, up. Now, if you lose that connection with your arms, don't worry about the legs. I want you to focus more on posture. Back, back. I'll give you this from the side, so I'm not bringing my arms forward of my body, just behind. Just a few more. Your pace. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down again. Did you feel a little bit of work back in the shoulder girdle? Okay, now what I want you to do is bring your arms straight ahead. Without bending your elbows, pull the shoulder blades back and let them go forward. So maybe you can see this from behind, pulling the shoulder blades, releasing it out in front. So I'm just doing retraction, retraction. When you retract, try not to shrug your shoulders up. So it's not up here, it's pull back, pull back. Good. Now, if you want to really feel the difference between improper posture, then really go forward and then pull back. Just kind of feel the difference. Actually, might feel like a good stretch first thing this morning. Good. Now let's take one, retract it back and hold. lift a knee, and lift a knee. So I don't want you to let go of that retracted position. Lift. Now, can you stay retracted and reach the opposite hand across? Good. I'm not rotating my spine, just keeping that retracted shoulder blade as I'm reaching across. 8 more. 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms lower down. Now, if you have a wall accessed, I want you to put your hands on a wall, walk your feet back, and then let your shoulder blades collapse together and push away. Let them collapse together and push away. If you don't have a wall, you can do this right on the chair. Let your shoulder blades collapse and push away. So I'm not bending my elbows. It's not a push-up. It's happening right between your shoulder blades. You can also take it down to the floor in an all fours position. Collapse and press. Really work the range of motion you have in your shoulder girdle. Let's get 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit yourself all the way up. Let's take a nice stretch for the chest. So you can reach the hands behind the back or hands at your hips. Pull your shoulder blades together. Look over the right shoulder. And look over the left shoulder. Look back to center. Tip the right ear, right shoulder. Side stretch the neck. And other side. Back to the center, look down. If our neck is tight, then sometimes the shoulders are tight as well, and vice versa. All right, release. I want you to grab a moderately heavy pair of weights. So remember the one we just did on the wall or on the chair. This is shoulder girdle retraction. I want you to bend your knees a little bit. Bring the weights down. We're not going to bend our elbows. We're just going to pull back with our shoulder blades and release. Pull back. Good. So the difference would be a row, right? We're not doing this. We're just doing the shoulder blades. Good work. Squeeze it together. Now squeeze it back and hold it back. Now do your rows, but don't let that contraction go between your shoulder blades. So we're not letting it come all the way down here. We've got it squeezed back and we're pulling. Now it's important to have your knees bent and your back flat because sometimes we're in this position, we want to do this and we're hunched and we're rounded. So tilt your bum back, pull those shoulder blades, keep them retracted, scoop your abs in. Good. Let's do 2 more, both arms at the same time. 1 more. Take a break for that lower back. Come on up. Pull the shoulder blades back. Now we'll do 1 arm at a time. Soften the knees. Hinge down. Just retract one shoulder blade. Just retract the other one. That's a little bit harder. Pull it back. I'm not bending my elbow yet. Good job. Try not to turn from your waist too much. This is right from your shoulder blade. All right, stay on the right side. Pull the shoulder blade back. Now do your row. Don't let the shoulder blade go. Good. Let's get about 10 of these. Nice job. 5, 4, shoulder blade back. 3, 2, 1. Take a break for your low back. Come on up. Roll the shoulders back. Good. I'm going to turn so you can see the other shoulder. Bend those knees, hinge forward. Just the shoulder blade pulls back. So this isn't a very big movement, right? We can make it bigger if we turn our body, but that's not what it's about. Just the shoulder blade retracting. Exhale. 3 more. And it's not a shrug up, it's a pull back. I'll bring it back and hold that shoulder blade locked into place. Now we row without releasing it. Keep it tight. Good. Check in. Make sure your knees are bent. Your back is neutral, not rounded. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Come on up. Roll the shoulders. How are you doing with your workload? If you need to modify and go lower, that's okay. Now we're going to alternate arms. So let's start by getting into position. Lock your shoulder blades back. Keep them in place. Pull the right, pull the left. And you're just kind of bicycling them. So while the right one's moving up, the left one's going down. And opposite. Check your head position, nice and neutral. Now you can certainly rotate your upper body a little bit, but I don't want that to start to overcome what you're doing with your shoulder blades. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Relax down. Come on up. Take a break. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, we need lighter weights, and I'm going all the way down to my 3s. So I want this to be fairly light for you guys. You can even do it without any weight. So bring your palms forward. Pull the shoulder blades back and partly forward. I don't want them to round, but I just want them to go back and back in place. Now I know the weight doesn't feel like you're doing much now, but we're going to be using that workload here in a second. Good. Pull back. Rotate back. Now you're pushing your chest forward, but you're not letting your back arch. There's kind of a fine line between that sometimes. Okay, pull back and hold, then lift. We did this in the warm-up. Shoulder blades are back, arms are lifting behind you. Good. Let's get 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a break. Relax down. Roll the shoulders up and back. Reset position right into place. Now pull those arms back a little bit. Soften your knees, and we're going to hinge. Let your arms go with you and come up. So I'm doing a deadlift or a good morning with my body, but I'm not moving my arms. Got the shoulder blades retracted back, got them lifted up behind me. Back of the wrist or back of the hand is facing up toward the ceiling. So I've got the palms facing the floor. 4. Now you realize why these weights need to be lighter for this, right? 2, and 1, and come on up. Now relax for just a second. Roll the shoulders up and back. I want you to keep those shoulders back now and let your arms come forward a little bit without letting the arms round out in front of you. So keep it locked back in place. Lift and down. Lift, down. Really good posture. Palms are facing the ceiling as you come up. Add a squat. Now this makes it really hard not to let your shoulder blades come apart. Takes a lot of concentration. Good. Really pinch them back. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No squat. The arms come forward, out and around without moving your shoulder blades. Now in the warm-up, we move to the toe tap and to the toe tap. If your weights are getting too heavy, you don't have anything lighter to go to, just set them down. Do it with your arms only. You can add balance. Good. Scoop those abs a little bit more. Stand a little taller. 6 more. 5. 'Woo, feeling those shoulders, a little bit of biceps here. 2 more. Take a break. Good. Roll the shoulders back. Nice job. Okay, remember the warm-up exercise we did where we had our hands in front with the shoulder blades retracted back. Now, if your weights get too heavy, set them down. Lift the right knee and the left knee. Opposite hand comes across. Good. Nice job. This is challenging even with light weight. A lot of workload in those shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Arms are down. Okay, remember back to here. Pull those shoulder blades back. Going to combine a couple movements. Bring the arms forward, circle around, and then hinge, keeping your arms in place. Forward, circle around, hinge, up, forward, hinge. Good, at your own pace. Shoulder blades are locked down. Nice job. Make sure you're breathing. What do you think, guys? How many more can we do? How about 5? How about 4? We're checking off one at a time. 3 to go. Do what you can. 2 more. One more. Finish with the hinge. And relax. Wow. I can't wait to hear from you guys on how those felt. I'm going to grab a quick drink. Stretch those arms out a little bit. They're feeling pretty worked. Okay, so the next exercise is a row with a tricep kickback with a little lift. So I want you to pick something that's not too heavy. Maybe the same ones you just had. You could maybe go a little heavier. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have two options available over by my chair so I can switch if I need to. So what we're going to do is try it without weight first so that you have it in your brain. So you're going to bend your knees, put your left hand on your chair. If you don't have a chair, just get in this position and place your hand on your thigh. So we are going to lock the shoulder blade back, pull the elbow up, straighten the arm, lift it a little bit, lower it, bend, and come down. So how many movements is that? Shoulder blade back, elbow up, straighten the arm, lift it, lower it, bend it, bring it down. Okay, let's do that with weight. So we start. It hangs down. We pull the shoulder blade back, bend the elbow, straighten, lift, lower, bend, come down. Shoulder blade back, bend, straighten, lift, lower, bend, release. Shoulder blade back 1, pull it up 2, straighten 3, lift 4, lower 5, bend 6, lower 7, relax 8. I like to do movements in 8s because of music, right? Music choreography works that way. Okay, you're on your own. If you miss something, that's okay. Good job. Make sure your knees are bent, your back is flat, so there's no rounding here. Put your butt bone back. Good. Let's get 3 more. I think this is going to give us about 10. Whoa. 2 more. Woo. I think this is going to be one sore puppy tomorrow. 1 more. Bring it in and down. Good. Stand yourself up. Nice job. I did okay with those 5s. So I'm going to bring the chair around the other direction so you can see that arm really well. Now, if you need a little replay on the other side, I'm going to do a couple without the weight. So right hand is on the chair now. Left shoulder blade retracts back. The elbow bends, straightens, lifts, lowers, bends, come down. Let's do 1 more dress rehearsal. Shoulder blade back. Pull it up. Straighten, lift, lower, bend, and down. All right, pick the weight you're going to do. Soften those knees, flatten your back. Retract your shoulder blade 1. Pull the elbow up 2. Straighten 3. Lift 4. Lower 5. Bend 6. Drop 7. Relax 8. Pull it up. Oh my goodness. Are you guys feeling this? Yes? Our goal is to get 10 of these if we can. Here comes number 4. Excellent. 5 will get us halfway through. 5 more. Can we do it? Do what you can. 4 more. Don't forget to start with that shoulder girdle retraction. 3 more. The lift is the hardest part, right? 2 more. Good job. We have 1 more, everybody. Up, up. And 1. Come on up. Nice job. All right, I'm going to move my chair back to the other spot. Okay, you're going to take a light weight with you down close to the mat. If you want a couple of different sizes just to see what's going to work best for your body, that's going to be great. So we're going to come down to hands and knees and work this shoulder girdle retraction with some push-ups. If you want to stay on the wall, feel free to come on over and do your wall shoulder girdle retractions and your wall push-ups. All right, I'm going to get a little padding for my knees. Okay, come on down. So let's come to a nice balanced all fours. Good spinal alignment, nice and neutral. Let your chest sink toward the floor by letting your shoulder blades collapse together and then push away. Collapse. Push away. So when we do a push-up, we don't want to let this collapsing happen, but I want you to feel it right now, because then you'll know if you're doing that when you're doing a push-up. Nice job. Let's do 2 more. Collapse, push away. 1 more, collapse and push away. Now I want you to widen your hands. What we'll do is walk the knees back behind you a little bit more so that you're in a little kneeling plank. So we'll collapse, push away, hold the push away, then bend your elbows and do a little push-up. So we collapse, push away, and a push-up. Collapse, push away, and a push-up. Just 1 more, collapse, push away, and a push-up. Now keep the push-ups going without letting the shoulders collapse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, no collapsing, 3, 2, and 1. Press back to a stretch. So if you're on your knees with me, you can do a little child's pose. If you're on the wall, you can step back and do kind of a standing downward dog. Okay. You can stay standing up. You can come to your chair and use it, or you can come down to the floor with me to all fours. And we're going to take your small hand weight in your right hand. So what I want you to do is turn your palm toward the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blade back, and we'll lift and come halfway down with a straight arm. So if you don't want to come to the floor, you can reach to the wall or to the chair in that standing position. But I want to give you the option of doing this in spinal balance. So send your left leg back, balance through your core, and lift that straight arm. Now I have my lightest pair of hand weights. They're getting pretty heavy. So if that's happening for you, just set it down and keep going without the weight right here. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower that knee, lower the arm. Set the weight down to the floor. We'll thread the needle with that hand we just used. So reach up, reach through, rest your shoulder down. Take a couple breaths. Let's reach it back up. And then set your hand down on the mat. All right, take your left arm, grab the weight, turn your palm up toward the ceiling behind you, lift, lower. Straight arm, shoulder blade retracted. Option, right leg back. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. All right, lower it back down. Knee and set the weight down. We'll thread the needle with that arm. Reach it up. Send it through and relax. Good job, everybody. All right, come on back up. So have your weight available right in the middle, kind of your hands and slightly up a little bit. So what I want you to do is take it with your right hand and try to lift it forward and then set it down. Switch your hands on the floor. Reach it with your left hand. So you're just going to alternate sides of picking it up. Now, if it bothers your shoulder to reach it out when you pick it up, don't reach out. Just pick it up, set it down, and pick it up. Or you don't even need to do that. You can just switch hands and lift your hand up off the floor. But I want you to notice when you pick one hand off, you have to work your abs. Now retract your shoulder blades back so you're not collapsing. So we're going to add our spinal balance with this. So as the right hand picks up the weight, the left leg goes back. And then you'll set it down and switch. If there's nothing you can do to make your shoulders like this, then just do the legs back. No weight at all. Make this work for you. Remember, our focus is on keeping the shoulder blades retracted, not collapsing, so that's your primary focus here. All the rest is extra icing on the cake. And you can pick and choose what to do with that. Let's do 2 more on each side. One more each side. And give yourself a relaxing stretch, whatever feels good for you, maybe child's pose. Okay, we've still got that lighter weight. We're going to come into a side lying position. So I'm going to lay on this side. So if you guys are facing my direction, you'll be over on your right side. Now we can work on posture here if we're up on this elbow, because sometimes we start to slouch. So if you want to be up on your elbow, I want you to press up out of this. If this doesn't feel good for you to be up on your elbow, you can take it down and just relax here. This is just fine as well. Okay, that light weight's going to hug right across the front of the body as we do our rotator cuff out and in. So I want you to slightly keep that shoulder blade retracted even as the arm comes forward. Good. Now if it feels okay to add, top leg extends, we lift and lower. You can also do a clamshell if you prefer not to do a straight leg raise. So our clamshell, the feet stay together and the knees open. Good. One more layer if you choose to accept it. So you're going to come out, press this arm away slightly, tuck it back in, and fold it across. As you press it out, keep your shoulder blade locked into place. Nice job. Can we get 6 more? whichever style you want to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, and relax. All right, take your time to get to the other side. If you need a little bit of a stretch on the way, roll everything out, no rush. So we just worked that shoulder that now we're going to ask to support our body with. So it might feel a little challenging. So if you need to make adjustments, especially if you're feeling like you're slouching because you just worked this arm and now it's required to hold you up. But the other one was holding you up and now we're going to have to work it. So it's all fair. Okay, let's start with that rotator cuff only. Rotate, come across. Now everybody has their own range of motion with this. Yours might come right to here and that's as far as you can rotate. That's okay. Other folks might have that really big range of motion there. It's all up to you. So we can add the clamshell. We can add the straight leg raise. And then that last option, we can add the press away with the shoulder blade retracted. So you layer this the way that works best for you. Recheck and make sure you're not slumping. Really stay lifted. Looking for 10, we have 6 more. 5. 'Great job. 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. Relax that weight down. From here, we're rolling over onto our back. I still want you to have a couple of choices of hand weights available for what you can do for some chest work and core abdominals. Come on down onto your back. Now, even when we're laying on our back, we can work on retracting our shoulder blades. So when you're laying on the floor, I want you to push the back of your shoulders into the mat and try to just lock them there. Try not to let them release up. So lock them back in place. We'll bring our knees to tabletop or the feet can stay on the floor. Either way, with the shoulder blades back, we're going to slide one leg out. Bring it back in. Then slide the other leg out. So that level 1, push that chair away a little more. Level 1, your feet are on the floor, 1 foot at all times. Level 2, your knees are in table, so the legs are off the floor at all times. This is a little bit more difficult. Try to push your lower back slightly into the floor as well. There's a big difference between level 1 and level 2, so if you're not ready yet to bring both feet up, that's okay. Pelvis nice and stable. Good. 1 more each leg. And then send your feet back down if they're up. Take 1 weight, right hand. So holding this arm up, we're going to let it go slightly above the head, any amount with a straight arm, and pull it up. If this does not feel good for your shoulder, then I want you to do this instead. Bend your elbow and straighten your arm so that you're not moving your shoulder at all. So now, since we're doing this with the right arm, the left leg is going to do the slide away. So we'll send the left leg out. Same side again, left leg out. Level 1, your right foot stays on the floor. Level 2, your right knee is in table. Let's get 10. Bent elbow or straight arm. 9. Nice strong core. By my count, we've got 6 more. This is a reverse bird dog. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, if feet are up, they come down. We'll switch to the other arm. Lock both shoulder blades down into the mat. So try not to let the shoulders round. Bring that left arm, and I want you to test the waters on this side. Can you do a straight arm lat pull? Or do you need to do the tricep extension? They're both great exercises, so one's not cheating. It's just an adaptation for shoulder issues. Okay, so now the opposite leg's gonna go. Slide it out. You guys keep going. I'm seeing a notification on my computer, and I just want to see what's happening here. My battery is running low. You might want to plug in your PC. Okay, I'm plugging in. You guys keep going. If you want to do that level 2, knees are in table. Let's get 10 more. I missed one step setting up today for class. Plugging into power. That would be a good idea. Okay, so we're plugged in. All right, we're going to make it through class without the computer shutting off. What do we got? About 4 or 5 more? Woo. Let's see what I got. This right leg, left arm. Let's get 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's release it down. Whew. Okay, take your time to get to a seated position. So you can either roll to your side or you can grab behind your legs, do a little rock and roll, and bring yourself up. So we are going to do a straight back hinge into our boat pose. You can also sit in your chair for this. So arms are into the front. We're going to retract the shoulder blades, keep them back, and then take your body back and up. If you want to hold weights, you can add some workload. If this is bothering your back, you might want to hold behind your thighs, but keep your shoulder blades back. You can even put your hands on the floor behind you and make it a little bit of a tricep dip where you're bending your elbows and straightening. Good, just a couple more. 1 more. Good, straighten your right leg only. Let your left knee open and try to reach forward a little bit. Just a little stretch. And then come up. Close that left knee in. Bend both knees again. Hinge back a little bit. Hold. Keep your shoulder blades retracted and open one arm out and turn your body. Close it in. Open the other arm out. Turn your body. But keep your shoulder blades back. Just moving side to side. Two more each direction. One more each. And then pull everything up. Straighten your left leg this time. Let your right knee open out and reach forward a little bit. You can also bring your hands behind you here if this helps you to pull your shoulder blades back. All right, close that knee in. Bend both knees again. Hands can be behind your legs. You can have your hands on the floor or forward. We're going to march our feet up, down, up, down. Try to keep your shoulder blades back. Now, if you want, opposite hand lifts. You can add weights. You can sit in your chair. 8. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, sit all the way up. Straighten both legs. Sit tall and reach forward or bring your hands behind you. Stretch. So with that exercise, we accentuated shoulders back while we were marching the feet as if we were moving, keeping our core engaged. All right, so let's do a seated modified pigeon to stretch the hips. So this is our mermaid seat. So I'm going to turn around, bring one leg to the front, one leg to the side, sitting on that hip. Walk the hands forward and stretch yourself down. Now you can also slide this leg behind you to come into a nice full pigeon. I'm going to bring my block right in front here and support my elbows. Good, nice little stretch there for the hip. And just about another 30 seconds. You can also focus on retracting your shoulder blades a little bit, keep them down. All right, press yourself up. So now this leg is going to stretch the quadricep right here. So maybe you can grab your ankle and pull this leg back. That doesn't work. Just leave your leg on the floor and walk your upper body to lean back. Or you can grab your yoga strap, make a little loop in it, put your foot through it, and pull back with your yoga strap. So find that stretch that works good for you. Let's hold it. Shoulders back if at all possible. We did a lot of work for those shoulders today, and maybe something we haven't done much of or in a while. So you might feel a little tender in the next day or so through those shoulders. Hopefully in a way that you know you did some good and not overdid it. Chose your weights properly. All right, let's release that ankle. Reverse your Z-sit or your mermaid, so we'll bring the legs the other way. Then bring your chest over that front leg. Try to support yourself if possible. Actually, when I have my elbows down, I don't feel like I'm in good posture, so I'm going to stay upright. It's just something we have to develop a habit for, right? We just have to, if we're doing something, we have to take a moment and say, wait, can I tweak this a little bit more to have better posture? And then it will just happen for us. We'll develop those habits, those good habits. Nice job. A couple more breaths. All right, let's bring it into this quadricep. So if you can reach the ankle, grab it, pick the leg up, pull it back. If not, leave it on the mat, lean your body back, or use your yoga strap. Then find good posture. Slightly engage that left glute so that you can push your hip forward a little more. Find that stretch up into the hip flexor. Great job. One more breath. And release it. Good. Okay, I want you to choose either butterfly or wide leg stretch. I'm going to do wide leg stretch because it's a little bit better on my right hip. So you can sit like this, or you can bring the soles of your feet together and sit in butterfly. Also, sitting in your chair is great. We're going to take this hand out and then reach it back behind us as much as we can. Then turn your thumb down. Bring the hand behind your back or to your hip. Tip your left ear to your left shoulder. Option to take this hand and gently place it without pulling to help you lengthen your neck, or you can also place this hand across this shoulder and give it a downward push. Nice neck stretch, shoulder release. And then we'll release the head, bring it back up. Take care as you slide the arm out. And then turn your palm back to the front, pull it back. Release it down. Left arm up, pull the arm back. So we're feeling this stretch right through the pec and the shoulder. Rotate the thumb down. Bring the hand behind your back. Tip the right ear, right shoulder. Option, hand can come up here or across here. Or not at all. Feels great this morning, really lengthening those upper trapezius muscles, levator scapula, scalenes. Here's your physiology for today. And then release it down. Bring your head back up. Take care to slide your arm out. Turn your palm back up and pull back. And release it down. We're going to stretch forward a little bit, either from your butterfly or your wide leg stretch. Keep your shoulder blades back. Try not to hunch and round forward. Whatever range you have today. Three more breaths here. Sink a little deeper if you can. The body needs this one. I feel it in the lower back, the hamstrings, the calves. And then reach it back up. Let's take one more chest expansion here. Open both arms back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Take a nice